What's going on? It's Lenise Jones, your health and wellness coach.
And I am here too. My name is Stephanie Demas, and I'm your mental health advocate.
Let's get it. The topic is they don't want you to think. Meaning, if you are dealing with a situation in your life, or if somebody around you, right, is always having an issue with your opinion or your quote unquote feelings. Now you're emo. Now you're too, that means emotional. Now you're too emotional. Now you are too sensitive. A lot of the times, ladies and gentlemen, they don't want you to think, period. They don't want you to think. And you're thinking, why every time I say something, there's an issue? Why, when I express my feelings, there's a problem? It's because they don't want you to express anything at all. And you're thinking to yourself, this person is conveying to me that they have an issue with the way I think, what I do, how I do it. But in real life, it is not that they have that problem at all. It's the issue that, and we like our lawn chairs. So we'll be talking smacks in common about our lawn because they're very comfortable.
Yes.
We have several chairs we can sit in, and I like these. So, yeah. So if you're a person who is dealing with every time I have a thought, every time I express myself, whether it's verbally, whether it's physically, whatever, emotionally, relationally, you might be in a group, to your mom, to your dad, to your family, to your friends, you feel like, why every time I have a thought, I shouldn't think it. I shouldn't have thought it. I had a thought that I shouldn't think, that oh my God. And they make you feel like, because you, first of all, let me just express this. You're a human being that is going to think on the wavelength that you think on. You think how you think. You do what you do. Regardless of where you were brought up or why you had that thought that you thought that everybody expressed to you was so bad, those are your thoughts. You are different than everybody else. If you were going to be the same, then everybody would just be the same. You are not meant to be the same and think like everybody thought. And have the thoughts that everybody thinks. That is not what you are here on this planet for. We can get into why and why not and da-da-da-da. But that ain't what we're here for. So, they don't want you to think. So, I was watching Fresh and Fit, which we were going off of the last few videos. Go back and watch them. They're really good. As far as delusion versus intelligence. And we had a video on men are emotional. We had a whole bunch of things going on there. But here we are talking a little bit more diverse in the beginning. So, I want you to understand that your thoughts are not wrong, and how you feel is not wrong. Your emotional intelligence is not wrong, which means even if you quote unquote think you saw something, or if you thought somebody hurt you because you had a previous situation or a previous altercation or interaction with somebody that may have offended you, immediately you thought that this person that came next on a Tuesday or a Wednesday was going to hurt you. Yes, you may be wrong in not waiting to see exactly what this person is up to, or judging a situation or a person, or before. So, but you were hurt before, and that is your reality, which does not make you delusional, because that is your reality, which does not make it right to put it on other people. But I want to express to you, anytime you're thinking to yourself, what did I do wrong? What did I say that was so wrong? You didn't do anything or say anything wrong, because you are you. Now, the way you express that, what you did when you expressed that, okay, just for educational purposes only, I'm not telling you that it was right if you wild out and just who knows what, right? What I am saying is what you are experiencing is real. What you went through is real. And they don't want you to, the people around you who have an issue with who you are and what you're doing, they don't want you to think, period. It's not about what you said or what you've done. They don't want you to think, period. So once you realize that, you understand who you can express yourself to and who you can come clean and be honest with, and who you cannot be honest with. The people you can only have little tiny short conversations, and the people you can actually express yourself to. And it is not going to be everybody. They don't want you to think, period. That's the way it is. They don't want you to have a comment. Now, I'm going to mention this comment because I am an African American black woman born in America. So I'm going to come from here. I saw a comment on Fresh and Fit. And one of the comments said, men, please stay away from black women. Men, please don't date black women. Just stay away. And I just wanted to say, to comments like that, you are ignorant. And the lack thereof. All the above. And I wanted to express the issue that a lot of people have with black women. Or women in general. They want you to accept whatever you get and sit there and stay there. And when you don't, it is a problem for them. And you can do what you want with it, ladies. Every Wednesday, I am having a Winning Wednesday. You can look on Emerging Cleans. I have a wellness center centered here in Pennsylvania. So you can go ahead and look on there, and we can get on there together every Wednesday at 5 a.m. Why? Because we are the 5 a.m. Winners Club. We get up, we bosses. We don't sleep all day. We ain't supposed to anyway. So you got to get up. Okay? And we'll meditate, and we'll talk, and we'll get ready for the week. We will center ourselves. Okay? So check that out. Look for that, Winning Wednesdays. Okay? It's on Zoom. You don't have to show your face. You can just listen. You can ask questions. You can do whatever you need to do. Be present how you want to be present. But they don't want you to think. They don't want you to have your own goals, your own plan, your own whatever it is. A lot of people are so used to women, black women, white women, whatever type of woman you are. But in general, even fellas. If you are feeling like you are an individual who feels like every time I express myself, everybody feels like, oh my God, here we go again. It is not you. They're struggling with patience. They're struggling with having the capacity to hold on to this job, this child, this family member, this sickness, this ailment. Maybe they don't feel well all the time. Maybe they're also taking care of grandma. Either way, their capacity has nothing to do with you. And you have to learn exactly where to put that energy and where to explain and express how you're feeling. If you need to know, hit us up at info.emergingclean@gmail.com or Lenice, what is it? Think Coach LJ@gmail.com, and let us know that you want to talk. Again, we are centered here. Just look us up, Winning Wednesdays at 5 a.m. every morning, and I'll talk to you. Okay, and then you have every Tuesday
at 11 a.m.
At 11 a.m. meditation time. Okay, and you don't have to show your face. You can just show up. But it is not you. They don't want you to think. Period. They expect you to go ahead and be a robot and do what they say. And when you don't, all of a sudden your feelings don't matter. Your feelings are irrelevant. You are a problem. You're being disruptive, which is a lie. What it is you don't know who to tell and who to talk to. And sometimes we immediately just talk to the wrong people. We share with the wrong people. We're honest. We're too open with the wrong people. We don't understand that they are mentally and emotionally dangerous to our spirit. We don't realize that. Because we don't know. They're supposed to love us. They're supposed to care for us. They're supposed to be there for us. Their mom, their dad, their sister, their cousin, their uncle. And we think that they're supposed to be there. And when they are not, we immediately think, what did we do? You didn't do anything. You just think different. You have your thoughts. They have theirs. That's it. And you got to know who you can talk to and who you can't. What do you think? They don't want us to think. What do you think about that?
I agree.
Especially with women. They don't want us to have any thoughts on anything. Don't say anything. Just shut up and let me do what I do. So now that women are having a voice and women are saying what they think, now all of a sudden everybody's angry. You would be. If things don't work in your favor the way you want it. You would be. Men, fellas, you would be.
You would be. And women's brains are wired differently than men's. Men tend to compartmentalize a lot of what they are exposed to, whereas women, our brains are more like twisted fabrics, and we have circuits, and we have ways of connecting, and we have all of these different types of emotions that we process through a system. Right? We don't just stuff our emotions down and then explode and project on people who we're trying to communicate with or help or, form a bond with. We tend to be more compassionate, and I'm not saying men are, incapable of this. I'm saying it takes a lot of work. And I'm someone who has witnessed women physically doing labor around men while they're talking about women. And I'm like, what's this? This is like totally opposite of what I would expect in a society that degrades women. This is exactly what Miss Priscilla addresses. And, you know, of course, Lenice has touched upon some very important parts of this that...
I've experienced too.
Yeah.
They have no shame. And they don't check each other. They like their boys more than they like their girls. And it's a problem.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because you're missing out on a whole entire, not even experience, but just level of understanding of a woman, you know, and that kind of sucks for you. But
I think men are fighting for understanding too.
I do, you know, and I can relate.
But the thing
in some
about
ways.
it is, because of testosterone or whatever's wrong, whatever's right.
Yeah.
It's not being developed. The mind, the heart, the spirit. It's not being developed.
And that's what we're...
And you have to teach your children. You got to teach your nephews. You got to teach your, you know, the men around you and in your family how to drown out the negative noise.
That's exactly it.
How to expel energy to correct the right way. It's just what you got to do.
And, you know, we've all gone through some form of trauma, and that is besides the point. It's time to set aside our pain from our strengths.
What you're not going to do, what a man is not going to do, ladies, I'm just going to tell you personally, fellas, I don't care who you are. You're not going to dump your pain on me and think we're going to be in a relationship, think we're going to be friends, think you're going to be my mentor, think you're going to be my teacher, think I'm going to work with you. Whatever it is, you're not going to put me in a place where I have to suck in all of this dead, nasty energy.
Exactly.
And you get to walk around with all my light. It's not going to happen.
That is unacceptable
I wish you well on that one.
And another
not gonna
thing, women are tolerant to a point, you know, and...
Yeah, and when they stop tolerating, they're crazy. They're delusional.
Right.
They're delusional now.
And what's with us just despising correction? I mean, I'm...
Just despising... correction. Uh-huh. I'm trying to figure out what you're
there's
saying.
something about the male ego that cannot stand a woman who is guiding him in the right direction. Oh, now all of a sudden she's nagging me. No, all of a sudden she fell in love with you. And
because
she cares
no respect.
about you. You know?
If he don't respect you, move on. If she don't respect you, move on.
You know,
and too many people wait to leave. You waiting to leave. It ain't that it ain't gonna get better. And this person is not gonna change. He's probably just not gonna change for you. Move on. You wasting time. You're gonna be 80 tomorrow. Just move on.
Exactly. That.
You 20 one day.
I think about that
you
a
24
lot.
one day. The next day you're 52.
85. 52.
Move
that comes
on.
First.
Rock it out. Rock out with the cock out.
That's true. And, you know, women are expected to be submissive and wait and all this. And that,
be disciplined.
Yeah.
Keep it in your pants. I didn't say whip it out. Spray everybody with it. But don't say, Miss Jones told me let it out. No.
Rock out with my sock out.
Mm-mm.
And, you know, truth be told, a lot of times this sense of ladies, your man is dominant, you're submissive, is a myth because
it's a huge myth.
We're equally yoked.
That's another, we won't talk about that tonight. We'll write that for next time.
And for someone to just come out and say, don't date a black woman, like, are you nuts? Like, I mean, I could go at this many ways, but, like, that's my question. Are you maybe on medication? Are you neglecting, you know, therapy sessions? Is there something wrong with you that you're not conveying? And it's okay, but I just feel like that is not even in the scope of anything relevant right now. Like,
we're going to get off of here. We're going to do a video of weak men create masculine women.
Yes.
Go check that out. Weak men, weak-minded, weak in body, weak in spirit, create masculine women. These women are nowhere near masculine. I'm nowhere near masculine.
No, not even close.
I hope my muscles look big in the anyway, look.
That has nothing to do with masculinity.
Can I take
That's muscle tone,
Hey,
and I find it to be quite beautiful.
Hey.
Well, okay. Here we go again.
Has nothing to do. Okay? Weak men create masculine women. Go check out the next video. We're gonna get out of here. We love you. I hope my muscle look big. Tell me it looked nice, because
Bulbous.
that would why you gonna say bold? I can't. Where would you learn that? Anyway, I love you guys. Tell me, say, hey, you look so nice. And that'll
more
make
like-
me feel sweet and pretty. So
You know,
thank
there's
you for
nothing
that.
more attractive than a woman who takes care of her body,
I
in my
love you.
opinion. I went there. And men don't like that either.